welcome to LadiCEO Chat. Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to another edition of LadiCEO Chat with me, Anya, Lady CEO herself. So it's been about a month since I recorded a video. I wanted to get the podcast up and running. Not up and running because it's been up and running. However, I wanted to put those videos up, get caught up on that, and just kind of settle down life a little bit. Since my last video, I have started two more companies, two more businesses. Not so much as companies, but one of them is I'm a salesperson, and the other one is it's my business. So today I wanted to discuss what's in a name, business name. So, oh, yeah, I can see my little bubble. One of the companies that I started is called MzThangzBoutique Boutique. It is a t-shirt boutique at the moment. However, I will be having other things. I'll have other merch like this wine glass. And I'll get to, it says a lady and her wine. So I'll tell you about a lady and her wine in just a second. I'll have things like that. I'll have journals, t-shirts, as I said, maybe even flip-flops. I'm going to have different things. I want to have designers in there, other small businesses. I just want it to be a variety store, kind of like what you would call a Walmart, but it's for small businesses. So that's my thought on that. MzThangzBoutique Boutique. The second company, the second company that that I started, it's called A Lady and Her Wine, where I am a wine seller now for One Hope Wine. Now, to talk about, first I want to talk about why, my why. I always want, so we're talking about a name, but then I'm going to talk about my why, then I'm going to talk about why I named them the way I named them. As you guys know, I have LadiCEO LLC. It is an LLC. I have, under LadiCEO LLC, I have LadiCEO Media, which is, this is what you're looking at now, LadiCEO Media, which has these, it has interviews. I'm going to be having entrepreneur interviews coming up real soon. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to be interviewed and use this platform as a marketing tool, commercial, or something like that, get at me. ARNYA@LadiCEO.com, lady with an I. I have fashion, which MzThangzBoutique Boutique falls under fashion. So we have LadiCEO Fashion. Also, that's going to be fashion events and different things like that, collaborations with designers. And I have my brand management and consulting business. I also have Girl Group, which is a mentoring group for young ladies, 20-somethings, but I do have some 30-somethings in that. Now, I have A Lady and Her Wine. Now, MzThangzBoutique Boutique, I started a business about 12 years ago, and it was with one of my really good girlfriends, and it was called Southern Girl ENT. At the time, we said, MzThangzBoutique Boutique coming soon, MzThangzBoutique Boutique coming soon. MzThangzBoutique Boutique had never came. So when I thought about creating a t-shirt line, a brand business, I thought about, let me open up a boutique. And I was going to originally just name it LadiCEO Fashion. I thought back, God reminded me of MzThangzBoutique Boutique. What's in a name? Bam. Miss Thing. My mom calls me Miss Thing. So it's me paying homage to my mother. Miss Thing is a girl who, to me, that owns who she is. She's confident. If you pay attention, people are like, oh, that's Miss Thing right there. Miss Thing think this, Miss Thing is that. You know, it can have a negative connotation or it can have a positive connotation. I choose to have a positive connotation. Because also, MzThangzBoutique Boutique, thing is another play on words where it is, you can have things. I have things in my boutique. I'm going to have categories as we have different campaigns rolling out. We're going to have different merch, as you see, a lady and her wine. So you'll be able to get your a lady and her wine glasses, merch, Lady CEO, a woman who is, and forgive me, I don't have it memorized, a woman who is confident in herself as she creates her own lane and path. That's what a Lady CEO is. She's a woman who brings in her feminine energy. So that's what a Lady CEO is. When I came up with Lady CEO, my first business was Monroe's Marketing and Business Image Consulting. What's in the name? Monroe came from Marilyn Monroe. One of my girlfriends when I was 30 told me that she gave me the nickname Monroe because my dress for my 30th was kind of like a Marilyn Monroe dress, the one when it comes up, the white dress comes up or what have you. And it was so funny. So it was Monroe's Marketing and Business Image Consulting. However, I did not do my research. There is a Monroe Marketing, and it was out of Atlanta. Now, if I wanted my business to just be in Texas, that was fine. If I even wanted to just be regional, that was fine. But I didn't want to be connected with that business. So I soon changed my name. So number one, what's in a name? Yes, you have this great idea for this business, and now you're thinking about naming it. Google the name. Because I did not Google my name. Although I work in brand management and marketing, I did not Google the name. So that's the first thing. What's in a name? What does that name reflect? What it is that you're doing? Monroe's Marketing and Business Image Consulting. Yes, it did. However, someone else had a very, very similar name. And I did not want to have to go against them in court because they could have sued me because they had their business longer than I did. Or I did not want to be thought of as affiliated with them. The next business was A. Martin Davis Branding. That's my name. Arnya C.M. Davis. That's who I am. Now, when I decided to name it that, God had already given me Lady CEO. And I was going to just use it as a publication. However, this guy told me, he was like, why would you name your business Lady CEO? What if a man wants to be a part of, wants you to work with him? And I thought about it, and I was like, okay, I'll just do A. Martin Davis Branding. I didn't like it. I didn't like the ring to it. There wasn't nothing wrong with it. I just didn't like the ring. Like, it didn't pop to me. It didn't pop. Although I did go down and get a DBA in it. Now, what's in the name? Once you Google it and you don't see anything affiliated with your name, you should go get a DBA in your city. That way you're the only one operating with that brand name in your city. Decide how do you want to work this, if it's going to be regional, if it's going to be national, how you want to work it. Okay? So then I decided on Lady CEO. I already had Lady CEO Instagram, and I had Twitter, but I hadn't officially named my business Lady CEO. I am Lady CEO. I am Lady CEO. That's my name, Lady CEO. But I named my business that because that's honestly what God gave me, and it was like God was like, move forth on that. Move forth with that name. I gave you that name. Move forth with it. So you see how that came about? Lady, one of my girlfriends, she always went by Lady in her name, and she used the I. So I was like, you know, I'm going to be different with an I. And CEO, I do not like the word boss. It's just, it kind of has a negative connotation to it. So I didn't like it. So therefore, I didn't want that. And when you say lady, it's, to me, lady is dainty. It's feminine. It's prestige. When you say I'm a lady, opposed to I'm a woman. So that, what's in the name? Why name it that? So whenever you start naming your business, think about those things. Think about the pros and the cons of it. Now, a man may not want to work with me because I have a LadiCEO brand. And that's absolutely okay, because my demographic is women. But if a man gets in there, that's absolutely fine. That's fine. And my reason for ladies is because I was told when I was in middle school that first you have the white man, you have the white woman, they have the black man, then you have the black woman. And that didn't sit well with me. So now I push ladies, because so many times we feel like, oh, I can't do it, or oh, how I'm gonna do this, or we very much get discouraged. So I really work on promoting different women and what they're doing. I don't mind working with men, because again, I am a LadiCEO. So I can work with whomever I want. But if the name of my business turns you off, I am okay. If that's what it is with a guy. I will hope it doesn't. But if it does, then so MzThangz's Boutique, I told you how I named that. A lady and her wine. I like wine. I never really on my social media post alcohol until now. I chose One Hope. Let me bring it back. I want to work with a black winery because I tend to draw to black businesses. I tend to draw to black businesses. And that's because, again, white man, white woman, black man, black woman. And I find that black people go to other different nationalities for things. But mainly black people go to black people. We draw out black people. And a lot of other nationalities may not go to black people to buy things or get things if they knew that they were black. So that was my whole reasoning. They did not respond back. And I had been seeing the advertising for One Hope. And I said, you know what? Let me check it out. Now, my reasons for going to One Hope and selling wine for them is this. They give back. I am very big on volunteerism and charity. So each wine has a different fund that it promotes. So this one says, this is Symphony. This is one of our best sellers. I love Symphony. Symphony kind of gives me a Moscato feel, but it's a lot smoother and a lot sweeter. And it says, this bottle helps fund music and arts education for underserved students. You can see that right there. So that's one of the reasons why I said, you know what, I'm going to go with that. I was actually talking to my mentor in the wine business, and she suggested that I come up with a business name, well, a group name on Facebook for a Facebook group. And I was like, oh, a lady and her wine. I'm a lady and I have my wine. And I spelled lady with the I. So it all goes with my brand. It flows with my brand. One of the reasons why I decided to do wine is because a couple of years ago, not a couple of years ago, this has been 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago, I was dating this guy. He was cooking for me and he told me to bring some wine. And I said, oh, is Moscato good? And he was like, Moscato is rich people's Kool-Aid. I said, excuse me? And ever since then, I've been wanting to get into different wines. So there is, that night he had me bring Marlowe. And I tend to drink Marlowe late at night when I'm mellowing down, most of the time. But sometimes I just want my sweet wine. I like my Marlowe and my Jazz. That's how I drink it. I have a red blend from One Hope. I decided to just learn more about wines. I wanted to learn more about wines anyway, so why not make, you know, somewhat of a profit off it if I can. But what's in a name? I have Girl Group. Girl Group is my mentoring group. Every woman wants to feel like a girl sometimes, and especially when she's with her girlfriends. I named it Girl Group because I used to always say I don't like girl groups. I don't do well in girl groups, and I don't. In groups full of women, I don't do well. So I named it Girl Group. That's the only thing that's a part of my business that does not line up with the business name, I guess. Well, MzThangz's Boutique doesn't either, but it falls under LadiCEO Fashion. So, what's in a name? Come up with a name for your business that's practical, that's catchy, that people, when they hear it, they're going to know who it is. My friends know, oh, she's LadiCEO. People know that's LadiCEO. You want to get brand colors. You want to get a good logo. We'll discuss that another time. I just really wanted to come on and talk about what's in a name, because a lot of people just name stuff and don't do research and don't find out what it is. There's no other A Lady in Her Wine. I haven't found any MzThangz's Boutiques. There are lady CEOs, but they're named Lady with the Y, CEO. And there's no business name LadiCEO. People just name themselves LadiCEO. So do your research, do your background to find out. Now, I did put LadiCEO as an LLC here in Texas because I decided I wanted to do business outside of just this around here. I wanted to have an LLC. Some people just decide to keep a sole proprietorship. I have an umbrella business and the rest of them fall underneath that business. So keep that in mind when you are working on deciding what type of business that you want. Does it line up with it? When I say A Lady in Her Wine, do you think about wine? Do you think it is a wine business? MzThangz's Boutique, what do you think? Now that I told you that it's things in there, what do you think about that now? LadiCEO, what do you think I do with LadiCEO? You think it's business or you think it's just some willy-nilly thing? What's in the name? I feel that when someone hears LadiCEO, they know business. It's professional. Because I'm a CEO. I'm not playing no games, but I'm feminine also. So keep those things in mind when you are naming your businesses. I will put the link to the wine and to the t-shirts in the bio and in the down below. But it is www.MzThangzBoutique. Where you would put S's is a Z, boutique.com. And One Hope, the wine. Oh, that's a long URL. So I'll put that down below. And I hope you guys got some understanding on, you know, when you think about starting a business, what you're gonna name it. And name it something that's uniquely you, something that you may have thought of. Like I said, my mom calls me Miss Thing. So that made me think, okay, Miss Thing. Plus, we had been holding that name for so long. And yes, I contacted my friend And I told her, hey, I'm thinking about, I'm going to open up a boutique and I want to use this name. And she gave me her blessing. So it worked out. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's get social. This has been a Lady CEO production.